Okay, hi everybody. I am Blake Cabot. I am the owner of FacePaintcom, and today, a little later than usual, we have Elaine Goh, who's doing this earlier than usual because she is in Australia. And today we're doing Valentine's Day designs, which I'm quite excited about because something to brighten up the mood, so to speak. And I'm looking forward to it. And Elaine does these terrific masks, and you guys are going to be very excited about this. So, without further ado, Elaine, go.
Hi, how's everyone today? Glad that you're joining us today. So we're going to do 3 designs, and if we get more time, we'll just wing something up today.
We always do. We always do. Don't you worry. We always have stuff to do.
And then this one. All right, I'm just going to get straight into it, shall I?
Absolutely. Oh, somebody from France is on. Dear God, it's late in France. It must be like 4 a.m.
Europe's like the other side of the time for me.
Yeah.
I've done some webinars, and when they post it from Europe, I'm up at the middle of the night. You know, Blake, because remember the recent one with the Creative Masters?
Yeah. Yes. Maria says, hello, beautiful. We have somebody from Peru. We have somebody from France.
I know I'm going to move this a little bit because my arm doesn't go that way, and then I'll move it back.
Okay. Let me turn off the video on so I can zoom in on the board. Okay, great. It's sort of at a weird angle. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
No, because my arm doesn't go that way.
I hear you. Southwest Detroit. It's 2 a.m. in France. So I appreciate your commitment.
Thanks for joining us and staying up so late.
That is a beautiful. Which split cake was that?
That's just a lot of my one strokes I use are custom. So that's this one here.
Mm-hmm.
That's custom. So you can use any green one strokes that you like.
Okay.
So what you could do is you can blend it in if you want, or you can just leave it like this.
Well, that's pretty elegant. That is very elegant. So one question came in: am I recording this? And the answer is yes. We did record it last time, but Facebook took it down, and we had to re-upload it afterwards. Why Facebook took it down? They said I was selling something, which I don't really remember selling a whole lot, but they somehow took umbrage at it, and as they do. So anyway, but it will be on our Facebook page. So if you guys need that there, it's FacePaintcom on Facebook. All
right. So
and we have people from.
Next that I'm going to do is the heart in the middle here.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is your palette, the Craze palette.
Ah, great. Oh.
I'm gonna use a finger dauber. Just give it a spray. I don't usually spray my paint. And then just rub it in. And test it on your hand. Just maybe a little bit more. Okay. Now, for this one, I'm going to use a stencil because I'm not very good at doing hearts and getting it symmetrical.
Susan asks, what are your favorite brushes? Flat and angle, please.
Hang on, let me just do this bit.
Sure.
Because I need to concentrate.
Absolutely. And we got people from New Jersey, Savannah, Mexico, but has family in Sydney and Melbourne.
That flat.
Okay, flats and angle brushes.
Okay, well, of course, my Prima Bartons.
Prima Barton, nice.
2 favorites. the 3/4. I tend to use this one more, but I'm starting to use this a little bit more now.
Okay.
And then for the 1/2 inch, I like this. It's a little bit stiffer.
And which brush is that?
So this is the American painter brush. It's a 1/2 inch. And if you didn't already know, Cornell is discontinuing making their brushes, I think. Is that right, Blaine?
Yeah, I think I heard that. I think you told me that.
Yeah.
On the last webinar.
If there's any brushes that Cornell makes that you really love, you better stock up on it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Cornell is, they make terrific brushes, or they did, I guess, more accurately.
Okay, so I might do all my base colors first. So I'm going to do some flowers on the side because I'm going to be doing some line work after that. So I'd like everything to be quite dry.
Mm-hmm. Now, where do you live in Australia again?
Brisbane.
Brisbane. Okay.
Okay.
So here are a link to all the Prima Barton brushes. And
so I like to have one petal going in the direction of that green, and then one on the other side.
And you're using the focal point at the edge of the eye.
Yeah, that's right, the focal points. So then you got this one that's pointing towards the cheek focal points.
Diane says hello from Adelaide.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining. Okay, there we go. And then I might do some leaves as well.
The UK? God, people are staying up late.
That's one from your palette.
Ah, great. The Craze palette.
I love your palette. It's just, there's so many colors in there that you can use.
Well, thank you.
So if you didn't want to outline it later, you can, so just spray it. Just use the tip of your brush. Get a bit of black on there. So I'm going to leave here.
I mean, what I like about this is it's very clean and simple. It's a very elegant design.
Thank you. Okay, light up a little bit more again. And black.
What's kind of also fun about it is because obviously it's summer for you guys right now. You're no doubt thinking of it in terms of summer, where I'm looking outside and seeing nothing but snow. So this is just fantastic for me.
I'd like to get a bit of snow. I actually like the cold weather. I don't like the hot weather. Funny enough.
Yep. I like the cold weather too. I'm thrilled with snow. Hello, Costa Rica. Hello, Detroit. And Los Angeles.
So if you want to get symmetrical, I often do one side and then the other side, rather than doing a whole set on one side and then the whole set on the other side.
That makes sense.
So leave here.
Ruth says she'll swap with you any day. She hates the cold. The grass is always greener.
I probably should go down south a bit. Right. I will be doing some more leaves up here, but I have to do some line work. So, okay. I think I'm pretty much ready to do some line work now. Okay, so now I'm going to use a size 2 American painter. And this is series 4000.
Mm-hmm.
The other one that I really like is the size 1s. I've actually stocked up on a lot of these. The thing I like about these brushes is they're like round brushes, but at the tip, they're like liner brushes. They're a bit fuzzy at the moment. Let me see. So they come to a really nice pointy tip. So you can get really sharp edges to them. But then if you want to have, if you press down on it, you can get really thick lines as well. I'm using Wolf Black.
Ah, the oldies.
I love my Wolf.
Who doesn't
it's really
love Wolf?
hard to get Wolf here. I mean, there's still blacks here, but the whites, like, it's really hard to get in Australia. And I actually stocked up on my whites from your store. Right.
Okay, here's some low Cornell. What were the brushes, Blake? So they were low Cornell brushes, and
these are made by low Cornell, but
yeah,
they're actually American painter. So American,
yeah, because
low Cornell make American painter.
Yeah, I'll make a note of that. And they're American painter brushes, which we carry as well. Oof. Somehow that didn't work as well as I'd hoped.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work from top to bottom now and try not to smudge this.
I can't really see anything. Ah, there we go. You have a very steady hand.
Slow and steady.
Well, that's okay.
That's my trick. When people think that, wow, I do really like fine work, but it's because I also slow my speed down. Okay, so.
I mean, that's clever the way you've got the leaf inverting towards the middle.
I know I'm blocking it, but
I know you can't. You got to be able to draw. Hello, Maryland.
Okay, so now I'm going to do the other side so that I can make sure that it's symmetrical.
Maja says this is, or Maha says this is gorgeous.
Thank you. Okay, sorry for blocking it. Is anyone painting along?
Sometimes they watch it later and they do it again. Or sometimes they just want to watch it and see sort of fabulous designs and kind of get inspiration. Maybe if you could move the board down just a tad so we could see that part. There we go. Perfect.
Okay. I might go back to the leaves. because I want to do the leaves up here before I start doing the line work down there, because I know I'm going to smudge it otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so put it up on green again and a bit of black. I'm always very slow on loading that black on my tip, because if you put too much, it's like, well, you got to start again.
Hmm. There's a question about the practice board. I think these are your practice boards, correct?
Well, this is a Sally Ann Lynch one.
Okay.
I don't make practice boards, but she does have one of my daughters. So, but this one is just a clear one on top of my daughter's face, a photo of my daughter's face. But there is one as well that she makes that looks very similar to this one.
Okay.
And I think, do you sell the ones with my daughter on it?
Your daughter is very pretty.
Do you sell these ones?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure. I'm just looking at that right now.
Well, you should, because they're very popular.
They are.
Right. Not very symmetrical, I know this one.
One that's pretty close, actually. Daisy Child, is that?
No, that's Sally's daughter.
Oh, that's Sally's daughter. Okay. Well, here are the boards that we have for Sally Ann Lynch. Ruth got, I think, your daughter. Linda says she is painting along.
Oh, yay.
And Monica says she is as well.
Sometimes it's hard, because you have no idea what I'm actually going to paint.
I've done sessions where not even the artist knew what they were going to paint.
All right, so now I'm going to do the line work on this side, okay? So. Thin to thick.
Actually, we can't see that.
To thin.
Just if you can move it over a little bit. It's just a little too zoomed in. A little farther.
Do you want me to zoom it out?
Yeah, zoom it out just a tad.
Is that better?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Then I'm going to, I like my swirls. I love painting girly things.
Nothing wrong with it.
Is everyone painting yet, or is there some people that aren't painting?
Well, we have about 50 people on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure who's painting and who's not. Few are. I think it might be easier to paint on replay.
Yeah. There we go. I'm sorry I don't talk too much. I'm not much of a talker. It makes me nervous.
Ruth says your daughter's face is famous worldwide. Please thank her for us.
She's at school at the moment.
Oh, Susan thinks that was your question whether people are painting along or that people had gigs?
Yeah, if people had gigs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't understand that. My apologize. So yes, Susan. So are people getting gigs? I mean, I haven't heard a lot of opening up, but how's it going in Australia?
Where I am at the moment, people are painting if they feel comfortable.
Uh huh. But you guys have it
Um,
more or less under control, right?
yeah, yeah. Most of Australia is pretty good.
Ruth says there's
I
no
think
gigs in the
Melbourne has
UK.
actually shut down again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, Ruth says there's no gigs in private parties, and if the private parties if the snow does not cause us to cancel. No gigs in California, says Teresa. Uh, Clara Vez says she has one or two a month since November. That's pretty high, actually.
Where's that?
I don't know. Clara Vez sounds French, but I'm not sure. Debbie says she has this one this weekend finally, and there's Patty De Leon. Hello, Patty.
Hi, Patty.
In Brooklyn, New York. So she's had one or two gigs a month since November in Brooklyn.
There we go.
In South Carolina, Paula has had a few. That's pretty.
So you could actually do this on the job.
You could.
I
How
mean,
long would that?
I'm
How
doing
long
it a
would
little
that
bit.
take you if you were? If you
I
weren't?
know I'm doing it a little bit slower here,
Mm-hmm.
but I could actually do this one on the job. Maybe about 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. No.
I mean, because it doesn't really particularly have a lot of detail. Um, the greens here don't take very long.
Uh-huh.
These leaves don't take very long. You don't have to outline everything. There's ways of cheating, If you have time, you just add the detail. I'm almost done.
Patty painted this weekend.
Patty's painting this weekend.
Uh, oh, she painted the past weekend. Sorry.
Oh, great. All right, so that's my
Hello,
design.
West Virginia. Yeah, Ruth says you could easily do this as a simplified design for on the job.
Most of my designs are very, very simple. So, because I try and concentrate on things that people can do on the job.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next one we're going to do is this one. And get the board. I feel like I could never have enough of these clear boards because whenever I paint something on the board, it's like I don't want to wash it off. Does anyone feel that way?
I think everybody does. I mean, that's the sad thing about all face painting, right? Is it's very temporary. It does wash off.
Try and zoom in a little bit.
They just get cranky when you put acrylic on their face.
There we go.
Ruth said that was beautiful.
All right, so for this one, I'm actually going to use FPA. This is Sarah Asker's collection. And
which one is it?
Wildflowers.
FPA Wildflowers.
It's very pretty.
They are pretty.
Okay, so I'm going to use a petal brush. I mean, petal sponge, not brush. Petal sponge. I'm going to spray, but I'm not going to spray on here because it will end up on my board. So maybe 3 or 4 times, and then I give it a rub just to make it soak in, maybe a few more squirts. And if you wanted to, you could also squirt your cake, but usually I only do maybe like 2 squirts because I don't want it to run. That's just to activate. I actually just gave it a 1 squirt. And And then what you do to get around the eye, just, give it a squish so it makes that sort of curve. But if you don't do that, it's okay because you can use a wipe, and this is just board anyway.
Patty asked what was the brand of the cake. I'll just type it in. Neither me nor Farm nor I sell it. So sadly, so it is Face Paints Australia or FPA for the fun of it, and I'll just write it in the window. It's called Wildflower.
That. Right. Do it again because I'm losing the thing.
Well, Linda has a birthday this Saturday, and 6 county fairs booked for the summer.
Wow, busy girl.
Busy indeed. So, Linda, where are you located?
Right. See, you want to have the focal point there, and I'm going to actually join that in there. And I'm going to wipe it afterwards because I'm not a big sponge user, so I'm not very skilled at my sponge work.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You're great at sponges.
You could actually, if you wanted to, use a 1-stroke.
You could.
It's just, I thought I would try something different. Okay, let's see. Now we'll do the heart in the middle. We'll go back to this.
That's a good heart.
Load up my sponge dauber again. So let's see what I want to use. I use another one from your palette. This is one of my favorite combinations. A bit more water. Okay. Try and get that centered. Think about your focal point. I'd really like to go down here, but it'd be too low, so see where the middle of the eye is. Will do.
Laura already likes it.
There. Does anyone ever use one strokes on their finger daubers?
Mm-hmm. I think people have used that. I mean, I've seen that before, but I don't know. Just ask the group. Do you guys use finger daubers and one strokes on your stencils? Yes, says Ruth.
Okay, so I'm using a wolf right here.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite white.
It's a great white. I am not bad mouthing wolf at any time.
You know, once you're used to something, you just don't want to try something else.
Why mess with success?
That's right, I was just about to say there.
Actually, everybody always does this. So Teresa, Amanda, Candy, Elizabeth will try it.
Okay.
Lisa. So yeah, it's a bunch of people.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the outlines on this, the lines on this side.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to come down this side because it's on the lower end. So, I'm going to start with the outer. So I know you can't really see it, but I have to be able to do it. So
okay.
Thin to thick to thin.
Mm-hmm.
Make it go down a little bit further. Okay. And every time I go through color, I always reload so that my whites look really nice and white. I love doing double lines. And swirl here. And double swirl. Thin to thick to thin. And then dots, big dots, and making it smaller.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
It took me a long time to get my line work to where I wanted to get.
The old-fashioned way, just practice it over and over again.
That's right. I used to see all these awesome painters that had great line work masks. And I want to get there.
Yeah.
So
someone said that they use the dauber thing with split cakes for mermaid scales, which is a great idea.
Yep.
And well, and just so you guys know, next week we're doing Jacqueline's doing Paint and Sparkle, the queen of glitter, vivid glitters, and Patty, who's on listening to us right now, is going to do On the Jobs Design February 22nd, and Linnea Honorby Novak is going to do Star Wars designs on March 1st. And at various times, and you can see this all on FacePaint.com on our webinars. Sherry thinks this is looking very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ruth, the home of webinars. Well, thank you. Ma says your line work is the best and your tutorials on YouTube as well are great.
Oh, thanks. There we go. Big dots. I actually, let me see if I've got it here. No, I don't have it here. For dots, I actually like the Mark Reed round brushes.
Mm-hmm.
They make really nice dots.
His signature line?
I guess so.
Yeah, it's sort of like the round number 2 brushes.
I think I just haven't got it here with me, so I can't see it.
Okay. I'll go with the number 2 because that's probably what you're using.
Okay, so next thing I'm going to use some stencils.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we can get some heart ones that were like small to big, that doesn't have a whole bunch of hearts. Okay. So this will have to do, and I'm just going to have to move it around.
Sure.
So I'm going to load my dauber with white. Always test it on your hand. Great. Because if it's too wet, it's going to bleed through. So you could actually use, one stroke dauber with like pink and white, if you want it to. I'm just going to go on the other side and do the other side, so it's got a bit of time to dry. Actually, I might just do a whole bunch of them dots around me. There you go.
Well, you're very welcome, Patty. Of course, you teach a lot of them. Oh, Ruth asks, how do you think Wolf compares to DFX White?
They're pretty much the same. I just, like I said before, when you're used to using something, you just feel less likely to want to try something else. I do have DFX, but no, it's just in my head. I just prefer to use white. Wolf. I think it doesn't really matter whether it's DFX or Wolf. It's more so how long it's been sitting there to dry out.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it hasn't been on the shelf to dry out for too long, that's when the paint gets more, I don't know if this is an Aussie term, splodgy.
Splodgy. Okay.
Do you use that word?
That's fine. Sherry says, and this is a lovely statement. She says, please tell Elaine that our Face Painters Guild in Colorado has been practicing her designs for the last month on YouTube via our Zoom weekly meetings.
Wow. What an honor.
She says, wow, it is so cool to see you doing this live.
Oh, thank you. Right. I'm going to outline. I might change my brush to the thinner one. This is, that's size 2. Maybe I was using Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
So I'm going to use black, but you can use, you know, another color if you want to, like let's say like a wine color or purple, something that goes with that color scheme. We'll start with the heart. We're going to go on this side. So it's thin to thick to thin.
Mm-hmm.
Because that makes everything look better and more interesting. I'm not going to outline the whole sides, you know, like both sides of the lines, because that ends up looking too dark. So. Just make it really nice and light.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, because this is black, it can look really heavy.
Mm-hmm. I see. Just to give you a warning, we got about 14 minutes.
Okay, I'll just quickly do. The third one doesn't really take a lot of time. So. I find with my blacks, they always dry out so much faster than my whites. So when I use my blacks, I have no problem spraying my blacks.
Ah, hi, Zuri. Zuri's late.
Hi, Zuri.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you. Could you please repeat what you said?
It's one of my funniest moments. Every time I say the word Zuri, my phone goes off.
I was going to say, did your phone go off?
It did. It did.
It's funny because my phone doesn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just my accent. It seems to do this every time. Zuri and I've had many discussions on just this topic.
I'm just going to outline that part just a little bit. Okay. All right, that's it for this one.
Okay.
I hope you liked it.
No, I think it's beautiful. I think it really is nice.
Okay, and then for the last one, I'm going to use the side face. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I love these side ones because the older girls and even like the young ones, but you know, like the tweens and the teenagers, they love this side designs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to use the flat. So Prima's 3/4 flat.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Everybody said that was very cute, the last design.
Thank you. Might use this one. Sorry. And again, this is just another custom.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get a bit more contrast, I'm just going to spray my black again because it always dries out like super fast. Just stroke the tip of it just very lightly because you can get too much black and then that'll spoil everything. Okay.
Where do you get the clear sheets?
These sheets,
Uh-huh.
well, these are Sally Ann Lynch's clear boards.
Okay. I think I had that link above.
And load up again. Black. See, it's already dried. Always think about your focal point. So that's going towards the cheek. That one's going towards the intermediate eye focal point. And I'm gonna find like I like to use contrasting colors. So it's like, you know, if you're using cool colors, then I'm going to use like a warm color. Maybe I'll use this one. Because when I practice on my practice board, sometimes I can't remember what colors I used before. But this is such a pretty color. I really, really love this color.
Renew loves the board with your daughter's image. Is this one you were using now available? A version of it is with Sally Ann Lynch.
The one on the side? No, it's only the front one.
Okay. So no, nope. You just got to have that daughter.
That's right. Well, you could just print a photo of somebody that you like, even, you know, whether it's your daughter or your son or yourself, you know, or, you know, your favorite celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about this clear boards.
Megan just bought the 5, number 3, and number 4 low Cornell brushes from FacePaintcom. Thank you for the order. Smaller size already sold out, so thanks for reminding me to stock up.
Next time I buy something from you, I think I might get the neon palette because your neons look like they're super neon-y.
Mm-hmm.
I think the good thing about yours is that in blue light, like literally all the colors in there light up, don't they? Because I remember somebody did a video using your UV palette. Was that Lanier?
Could be, yeah.
And like all the colors were shining, and I was like, wow, I've got to get that.
Well, please do. Matter of fact, right now on FacePaint.com, we've got a giveaway of Fusion. So we have if you just sign up, and you could be in for a $100 brand gift card giveaway. So that's what we got going on right now.
Okay, now I'm going to use Diva stencil. And the one I used before, actually, I didn't mention. This one is the graffiti eye one.
Mm-hmm. Graffiti eye. Hello, Mexico.
Spread my drawbar again. Get some white. Get it dry. Test it. Good. I'm just going to use the outer edges.
Yeah, here the graffiti eyes one. It's in their ultimate collection, Ultimate Graffiti Eyes.
That's my favorite. Okay, then one over here is I think I'm missing a bit. That's better. Okay, and I think I used a bit of a heart. I'll do that later. I'll have to hurry up because I'm almost out of time.
It's okay.
And I'm missing a stencil, so I'll just do line work then instead.
Okay. Which stencil would you be looking for?
A topaz stencil. Shall I just quickly run and get it?
Oh, no. Don't worry about it.
It's one that I designed for topaz.
Ooh, we're out of stock. I don't know, Sherry. Even though I gave you the link. Let me see if let's see, Silly Farm has it. I'll check. But you can put your email address in there and we'll contact you when that's done.
I'm just going to wing up.
No, they don't have it. I'll find out for that.
Can you hear my chickens?
I can hear your chickens.
I think they're having a bit of a fight.
So how many chickens do you have?
I have 4 hens.
Nice. So do you get eggs every day?
I was. My girls are supposed to look after it, but they're not doing a very good job. So. Maybe they're not eating enough, so they're not laying enough.
Everybody likes this design a lot.
Thank you.
Ruth says that's very pretty. And Iris says it's looking great. Ruth says you are the queen of line work. With that steady hand, you'd be a great surgeon.
Funny you say that because I used to be a theater nurse.
A what?
A theater nurse, an OR nurse.
Wow. Okay. Well, that explains it.
All right, I'm just going to do some double dips. And then I'm done. Actually, in the other design, I had some hearts here, but I don't have that stencil here either. So, but oh, I think I've sent you the design already. So, but I can email that to you so people can see what I actually painted before.
Oh, well, you could actually just post those on our Facebook after this webinar's over. Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right, and so now I'm going to do double dips. Okay, this is the Enchanted Petal brush. Now, I think it's really, 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 really hard to get this now because the people that were making this, I'm not sure if they are still in business or not, because when I looked on their site or their Facebook page, they haven't had any activity for a couple of years at least. And
good sign.
Yeah, unfortunately, but the petal brushes are really good. Like, it's my favorite one. So now I wish I bought another one because it's my only one. Okay, so I'm going to use maybe pink to contrast. So this is my double dip palette because it gets messy. So whenever I go on a job, one of the first things I do when I set up my kit is I spray this so it's all activated and ready to go. See, this is what I love about this brush. Often you can't use a petal brush on the board. Getting a bit dry. There we go.
Lovely. Lovely.
Well, we could be done there. Now, on the job, what I would do is add some glitter on it.
That was exactly the question. Would you add glitter to this?
If I had time, I would. I actually, on the job, I probably would leave some of that stencil work out and add glitter instead. You know, and this is a really great palette. Like, there's so much to choose from. This is the UV Essential Glitter Balm.
Oh, from whom? Who's that makes that?
So Essential Glitter Balm, Nicole makes them.
Okay.
All from Ray from Australia. So she comes and visits me every now and then. So I actually get the personal touch.
There you go.
So when I add glitter, I don't like to add too much.
Ruth asked how COVID is affecting FacePaint.com. Well, it hasn't gone well. Let's put it that way. Yeah, sales are way down, obviously, because you guys aren't working. Therefore, I'm not selling as much as I used to. So, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get past this. I'm just, you know, we were doing a lot of blogging and having face painters do designs and stuff like that. And we had to cut back on all that, and which has been a really sadness, but I'm still able to do the webinars. So it keeps me in the game a little bit.
There we go. I think this is my favorite one, actually. The colors are so pretty.
Yeah, they are very pretty. Yeah, I like this design too. I think this is terrific. Well, okay. Well, we said we're three. Okay, Okay. A face painting shop in the UK sells eccentric glitter bombs for the UK painters. Great. Well, thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. Again, next week we have Vivid Glitters, Jacqueline coming to speak to us on next Monday. And so with that said, thank you very much, Elaine. This was lovely. Thank you for doing these designs. We're going to have Elaine back at the end of May. And thank you all guys for joining us. Have a great evening.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye-bye.